Welcome to the rolling hills and green farmlands of central Pennsylvania. This is the land of the plain people, the Amish. Lancaster County is noted for its large population of Amish. It's been a major tourist and vacationing spot for many years. Now, their culture has influenced many aspects of life in this part of the state. Local food and crafts are big favorites with tourists of all ages. But today you're about to see something that is totally different from the Amish way of life. Here, 15 miles from Lancaster, is the historic Mount Hope Estate and Winery, nestled in Woodlands. This estate, built in 1800 by the Grubb family, is toured by visitors who want to experience what life was like in the Victorian era. Wine tasting is an essential part of the tour, which is carefully explained by a costume guide.
In a white wine, you're looking for the color and clarity. You're looking for...
But during the summer months of July through October, the 25-acre estate comes alive with the sounds of thundering hooves, flailing swords, and Elizabethan dialect.
Sir, I will walk me here in the hall. If it please His Majesty, it is the breathing time of day with me.
Hang on to your seat, for this is the 1987 Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
Get you down! Get you down!
May I present the ruling regent of our realm, her most glorious Gloriana, and her most gracious Majesty, Elizabeth Regina. God save the Queen!
God save the Queen!
God save you all! Do rise, my good people! Nay, nay, not unto your feet, but merely some of them were upon the ground looking for something they had lost. Therefore I did bid them to rise. You may be seated.
Your Majesty.
Well stood, well stood.
With your permission, I beg to introduce the members of your court.
Very well.
Firstly, we do have the Captain of Her Majesty's Guard, Sir Walter Raleigh.
We love you, Sir Walter Raleigh. We love you, Walter.
And I, indeed, do love all of you, for to come back to a country village such as yours is indeed like coming home.
And standing second to no man is Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex.
Essex! The hero of England! The hero of England!
God save England!
God save England!
Next we do have a most honored guest, the Duke of Molly from the Kingdom of Mandiki.
Greetings to you, good citizens of the Hamlet of Mount Hope.
Hereupon doth stand her most beauteous self, the Duchess Celia Beaumont.
They all look like that in the Netherlands.
Good morrow, my lady.
We do welcome her grace from the far-off country of the Netherlands.
That's where she's from.
And now, a most prolific...
Everyone who visits the Renaissance Fair sees actors and actresses walking about the fair site in elaborate 16th century costumes. Every performance looks as if it were being performed for the very first time. But as you might well imagine, these plays have been well rehearsed long in advance. But long before the practicing begins, the artistic director for the fair has a large variety of details to organize.
I'm responsible for the entertainment, making sure that we have the directors that we need, the actors we need, the scripts we need, the stages we need to coordinate not only the professional company but the Blackfriars, who are our non-professional company, the independents who come from all over the country, independents being musicians, jugglers, magicians, mimes, things along that line, and to make sure that on Fair Day we have the best shows possible, hopefully the best in the country this year, which is what we're shooting for.
Well, although the fair is held here in central Pennsylvania, the actors and actresses come from all over the country.
I have people from San Francisco, Oregon, New Mexico, Georgia, Florida, New York, Boston, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan. We're covering a wide territory this year. We have 34 professional actors and actresses in the Bacchanalian Company. The Blackfriars, there are approximately 30, and of independents we have probably another 20. So cast of dozens, if not hundreds.
And so once the cast is chosen, the long weeks of rehearsal begin. Contrary to belief, this is not a simple theater of improvisation.
We have several different things that we're trying to accomplish here. We have dialectical workshops where we actually give them Elizabethan and give them a sense of character, which they deal with every day. We take American and we throw it out the window and we give them what they actually spoke like back then. We also have workshops in character and improvisational acting where you have to think on your feet. You have to go what was given to you and deal with it that way. I am the history coordinator and I deal a great deal with Elizabethan history of the time period to give them a sense of being, a sense of belonging, that this is their age, they were here.
We want this to be not only the best fair in the country, but we want this to be a new art form that is being taken to the degree that we believe it is possible to take it. This is a type of theater that you can't find anywhere else. Theater that goes on for hours. People that are required to keep their character for 7 hours at a stretch. You may be the audience, you may be the player. It's the lines are thin. People that come in who are patrons who expect to be an audience suddenly find themselves in the middle of a performance as well. So there's a lot of unique things to our fair.
In terms of focus, and as I did to one other group here say, we have only 3 hands each. That is 1 per guest, 1 per gentleman. Very well, your hands keep on only a couple at a time, and your voice can catch the others from leaving you.
Methinks that's where distance comes into play.
Very much so. We are working in the round at all times, which is why we do these games in circles. And we must be very sensitive to spacing. To stand this closely,
it's too close.
You will upstage yourself and your acting and your whole thing, and no one will care to watch.
In the Southeast, there's a lot of outdoor drama. I've worked at Tecumseh, The Legend of Daniel Boone, and several others, as well as doing some Shakespeare under the stars. So I'm not a stranger to working outside with insects and poison ivy and the like, but this is the first time that I've ever played a character that I'll be playing 8 hours a day for that long a time. It's a very different challenge than anything else I've ever done.
And when you're standing on stage, it's awfully hard to hear an audience smile. You can't hear them smile. But when you're here, you're face to face with them, you can see their physical reactions, you can see the little things, and that's where you get most of your theater off of, is what your audience gives you.
The Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair has been noted for its authenticity in costumes and weaponry. It's truly an amazing sight to see men fighting with real broadswords in colorful costumes. One might think that it looks easy, but these fights are choreographed over and over, making sure that each move is precise.
David is a fight master in the Society of American Fight Directors. He's one of a handful there. He has done Broadway, off-Broadway, Shakespeare festivals. He's taught national workshops in stage combat. He's been a professor. He started out actually as a juggler, a mime, an actor himself, a director. So he has a lot of background in theater. He works all over the country. Matter of fact, he's so busy that we can really only get a week at a time out of him here.
Okay, ladies, are you okay? All right, action.
Complaining about Shy Pepper for free air. Watch out! English, bro. A good English brawl in a good grip is an everyday event in an Englishman's life!
There are several many fights in the show, one of which will be a human chess match, whereby the chess pieces are played by people, and to take a square, to take another piece, you must engage in combat. So we have people running at each other on the chessboard and fighting with all variety of weapons, from broadsword to a cat fight between two girls.
No peace! Noise! Her Majesty speaks! She would have, since this game is moving at such a snail's pace, and the attacks made by these mental midgets have displeased her greatly, should there e'er be another piece taken, they shall fight for it! Mostly, should the attacker take the piece, the move shall stand. However, should the attacker lose, therefore the piece will remain on the board and the attacker must come with a different move.